So, when you think of Minecraft speedrunning, you probably think of Dream. That was cringe. Anyways, when speedrunning Minecraft was at its peak, most people look towards Java. But today I will give a guide on how to get a world record on Bedrock. This is a guide on how to get the fastest time possible on Bedrock Edition Random Seed. So the world record is currently around, I think, 15 minutes and is held by Rom the Crafter. So on the 1.16 category, Curious Burb, hopefully I pronounced that right, they got a sub 10, which is extremely impressive. But that brings up another question. Why is there different categories for Java and Bedrock? Well, Java's categories is before 1.9, 1.9 to 1.15, and then 1.16 plus. Which is quite standard, makes sense, before the combat system, then in the combat system, and then before the nether update, makes sense. But it gets a little strange in Bedrock. It's all consisting and is all changing because of the 1.16 update alone. So first there's the pre 1.16 update, which makes sense, it's easier to get nether fortresses, Enderman is very different. And then there's a bit of a weird place here where it's actually 1.16, just 1.16. This is because in 1.16.100, they extremely nerfed the rates of piglin gold trades. But this is a bit strange because currently there is no official way to change your version on Bedrock. So since there is no official way to switch versions, I'm going to be covering the 1.16.100 plus category in this video. So you can go watch Rom the Crafter's speedrun. I mean, there are similarities to Java speedruns, but there are things that are majorly different on Bedrock, and I'll be trying to explain as much as I can, starting with the overworld. So, as soon as you load into the world, you just wanna F5 and see if there's a village. If there's no village, it's an instant restart. I feel that's quite basic knowledge though. You need a village. Ideally, you're not at 0-0, you're a bit far away from 0-0, and I'll explain why. So the first step is to get to the village, then get stone tools. Now this is the first thing, which is a bit different to Java. You literally need every tool, like sword, axe, pickaxe, shovel, and hoe. You need all of them. But yeah, and then the hoe is to mine the hay, the axe is to mine wood, the sword is to attack, obviously, and the pickaxe is to mine. That's quite self-explanatory. Then you kill the golem, get the iron. You need a bucket. You'll definitely be able to make a bucket. If you get extra, it's nice to get shears, get blocks. If you have one extra, then I guess I don't really know, like a shield if you really need it, if you're not at that high skill level. Then you want to get a few blocks just to get around the nether, just in case you get a not so amazing nether spawn. You need to be able to get around, especially with the jump bridge. You want to utilize that while you're speedrunning. By the way, jump bridge is a quite easy method on Bedrock. You basically, if you're on keyboard and mouse, you just sprint, jump, and then hold your build button. It's quite simple. You'll be able to figure it out. Now, this is something very different to Java. So what you want to do is, in the village, mine down. This is because in Bedrock Edition, it has quite a neat feature where basically there's a chance that under a village there's a stronghold, which is quite a cool feature if you ask me. This is why earlier I was saying it's better if you're further away from 0-0 because it's more probable that there will be a stronghold there. But even if you're near 0-0, you might as well try it if you're trying to get those top times. Then you dig down, either there's no stronghold and you reset, or there's a stronghold, and yeah, it's quite self-explanatory from there. You just have to find the pool room, don't care about anything else. Then you can obviously see how many ender eyes there are in the portal, and make another portal out of the lava in the portal room, and that will take us into stage 2, the nether. Now, the Nether is extremely similar to Java Edition. There's not much different going on here. The only major difference is the way you get pearls. As I said earlier, pearl trades were nerfed a lot. So because of this, the best method to get pearls is actually going to a warped forest and killing Enderman, as the world record does. So it can be slower sometimes, it can be fast. It's luck based on drop rates and spawn rates. Apart from that, obviously, getting blaze rods is the same. There's no other way to get blaze rods in the game. So you get the rods from the fortress, obviously. You try to look for a spawn, ideally. Mine below, get some blocks. Also increase spawn rates by like mining below the spawner. And then go to a warp forest and just kill Enderman. And then yeah, you just go back to the Nether. Ideally have the pool you came in with. Because you probably won't get obsidian because you're not going to a bastion, so yeah. And that's really it for the Nether. It's quite a short time, there's not much to do, but it is one of the most time consuming parts. It's probably the most time consuming part because obviously it's quite long killing enough Endermen to get all those pearls that you probably need. Anyways, let's go into stage 3, the final stage, the end. Oh my god! Now, on Java and Bedrock, the end is a one-step process for the world record. You just need to one-cycle that dragon to the best of your capability. However, on Bedrock, the one-cycle method is completely different, so I'll just let the SSG world record holder take it away. I'm gonna try to quickly explain what he's doing. So first thing you need to do, you need to throw a projectile at the dragon's head. This basically doubles your damage. It's kind of insane. Then you need to get the dragon down to this amount of health and then just place 3 beds from the obsidian you should have placed before that. And you just mined out, you should have mined down a block before that. And you just quickly place 3 beds. That was very hard to explain that short amount of time. But yeah, and you might be thinking, Josh, you never told me to get any projectiles. Well, basically, what you can do and what the RSG world record holder uses is you just get into the end, and as soon as you're in there, you kill an enderman and then use the ender pearl as a projectile. Anyways, that's it. That's the guide of the RSG world record. That's how you get it. You can go attempt it. It will probably be really hard, but you can try it, and that's what matters. So please show me support, and see you guys.